Today we're going to be breaking your brains by showing you 10 of the most mind-blowing optical illusions of all time, so buckle up because this one is going to be a ride. To start off, we have one of the most gracefully simple but still incredible illusions. Number 1, the grid of deception. I'm 99% sure that you're already freaking out about this image, but just in case you're not, here's what the illusion is. If you trace your eyes over the grid on the screen, you'll see that the dots at the cross sections of the grid all change in color, going from a pale white to a darker gray. Well, here's the thing. This little baby is perfectly still. Here, take a look and pause the video if you don't believe me. And if you thought that this one was good, you better strap in because the rest will get even crazier. Number 2, the train track illusion. Now, at first glance, this illusion does look simple, but take a closer look and you'll break your mind. You see, in order to feel its effect, just take a look at the two yellow lines. The upper one's obviously the longer one, and the lower is much shorter. Right? Wrong. See, these two lines are, you guessed it, the exact same in length. Here, you can try and judge for yourself. Now, doesn't that just completely break your mind, especially considering how simple it would be to make that? Number 3, the phantom triangle. I bet you've heard of disappearing magicians, disappearing specters, or even disappearing ships. But what if I told you the biggest one of them all is not some supernatural creature, but a triangle of all things? You'd probably call me insane. But take one look at this picture and soon you'll be questioning your own sanity. Now what do you see? Simple, right? There's two triangles, three circles, all arranged on top of each other. Well, actually, the image is only made up of 3 partial circles and no triangles. That's right, the 2 triangles that you see aren't even there. Instead, only a few angles are making you see one triangle and absolutely nothing where you see the white triangle. Number 4, unseen paths. Stuff in real life is known to follow specific paths, and it's not unusual when we look at an old pendulum clock moving and see a large triangular shape in place of it. And so seeing this small set of circles, just thinking of that, seeing one circle rotating inside the other is a pretty normal reaction. Seems pretty straightforward, right? Well, here's the kicker. You see, you're not looking at a bunch of smaller circles moving inside a big one, but all of those are actually moving in straight lines. What is really easy to see is when you add the lines showing the path. Number 5, illusion of motion. Now, I'm sure you've seen these before, but looking at all of them will probably still amaze you just as much as it did me the first time. These perfectly still images, which you can test right now by pausing the video, not only seem to move, but move in a way that changes speed depending on where you're looking at. And something that makes it even more fascinating is the fact that we don't really understand how this works. That's right. Even with today's knowledge, scientists still haven't figured out how this thing works. Number 6, the hollow stare. At first glance, this looks like a cute but otherwise unremarkable model of a dragon. But the video goes on. I'm betting you'll have a shocking moment here. Here, let's watch the clip. As you can see, there's a 3D looking model of a dragon, and if you focus on its face, you'll notice as the camera pans, the dragon is somehow following us by turning its head. And while we're struggling with the trippiness of that, at the very end, prepare to be absolutely shocked because as it turns out, the dragon wasn't a model at all, but an inverted cutout. Number 7, the ghost circle. Now this little guy is also known as the Pac-Man illusion, and you will soon see why. I want you to stare at the cross in the middle of the circle for around 20 seconds and notice around for any stuff that you might start to see. Did you notice it? I bet you did, because when anyone looks at the center for that long, they'll very soon start to notice that there was an empty space before. There's a teal circle now becoming part of the pattern. And the moment you try to look directly at it, it's gone. Number 8, the secret dimension. Distinguishing things from their pictures is a simple task that many people don't even notice to be that important. But take one look at the following clips and you'll immediately start to notice just how weird it can be. At first glance, there's nothing really shocking. It's just a simple Rubik's Cube, right? Well, I hope you're prepared to be amazed because as it turns out, that was just a picture. And what's even more amazing is that this thing is possible for a bunch of things, not just a Rubik's Cube as seen in the rest of the clips. Number 9, the Ames room. Probably one of the single most hard to believe illusions, the Ames room is a truly shocking illusion that has the benefit of being interactive. That's right, what you're seeing right now is not some edited video or some animated clip, but people moving across a room in real time. And not just that, but if we move the camera, we'll see that the room is not even flat in the first place. Now that's what I call a true mind melter. Click on one of the 4 videos on screen right now.